Hello, viewers. Welcome to a new episode of Quarantine Stories. It's lovely to have you guys back, and we have an amazing, a very talented, lovely person who is not just creative, but smart and intellectual at the same time. We have Kristyn Potter, the founder of Liftback Magazine. Hi, Kristyn.
Hi, Wasif. How's it going?
It's going good, going really well. Well, Kristyn is from New York, guys, and she is actually also quarantined back at home and trying to manage all her work and whatever she's doing for Liftback Media from home. So, Kristyn, how is your quarantine period going?
Yeah, so it's funny because I was actually not that funny. I got sick like 5 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So I had like this crazy cold and I had like the runny nose. I had kind of a cough a little bit. So I've actually been home for about 5 weeks or something now.
Oh, you were already at home before this quarantine time started.
Yeah, so I had a cold for 2 weeks or a week and a half, and I was not at work. I work at a tech company, like a pretty big tech company during the day. And so I was at home for 2 weeks. And then you know how you start to feel better and you're like, okay, I'm gonna go back to work. I miss everybody. And they were like, okay, everyone go home because we're now on quarantine.
Okay, wow, that must be a lot of time for you. So how are you
Yeah,
coping up with at the moment? I mean, are you working
yeah.
from home or have you taken days off from the tech company?
So I work from home for the tech company. So I work every day. I start around like 9:30, sometimes 10 o'clock if I want to sleep in. And I end up working until about like 5 o'clock, 5:30. So I do that every day. And I have yoga and stuff in my schedule to take yoga classes, but I haven't done it. I mean, I did it one time, but so I need to do it a little bit more regularly. But work is keeping me pretty busy, I won't lie.
That's good.
So,
That's good. You've been able to keep yourself busy during this time. People are getting really
yeah,
annoyed because they don't have much to do.
yeah. So I think for me, I'm more busy actually because we have kind of like like bigger projects we're working on. And then at home for the magazine, they're just always artists at home making so much music and writing so much. So like there's like an influx of people who want to be covered in the magazine. So I actually find myself more busy.
Yeah, understandable. Tell me more about Liftback Magazine. What does it do, and how? Is this an online magazine?
Yeah, so it's online at leftbankmag.com. And then we also have these little zines, and they're like little print zines, like this size. And so those are sold in bookstores, and there's 2 bookstores in Australia. There's a few bookstores in California, and then 2 bookstores in New York.
Okay,
Um,
that's great.
yeah, so sorry. So it's a music, art, and skateboarding magazine.
Nice skateboarding. That's interesting.
Have I shown you my skateboard?
No, I would love to see that.
Since we're in my house, it's a little bit easier.
Whoa, that's cool. That's
And
really
then
cool.
back.
Oh wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, I love it. I love it. So how are you coping up with skateboarding?
Well, I'm not that great of a skateboarder, so it's not like something I'm doing all the time.
Guys, let me
Um,
tell you, me and Kristyn met in Bali. It's in Indonesia, and we were both there for vacation. And she was from New York, I was from Pakistan. We got along really well. We also went to a place where they had lots of skateboarding place. I don't remember the name of the place. It was
Pretty
Pretty
Poison.
Poison. Yeah, that was all skateboarding fun, and I got to see that with her, and that was amazing. And I
So much
definitely must
fun.
have shared the videos from there as well.
Yeah, it
That
was
your
fun. So
your
yeah, I would.
source of motivation, or you were already doing it?
Yeah, I've been skateboard like no, I'm not a skateboarder, but I learned how to skateboard. I would say about 7 years ago.
Wow, that's a,
There's
that's
there's
oh,
like a
you must
horn
be a
hop.
pro by now.
No, I'm actually, if you believe it, I'm probably worse.
Okay, okay. So how are you coping up other than work? You must have more time, when you go to office, you spend time going there, you spend time coming back from there, and I mean, you're not home. So now you have more time at home. So just with yoga and work, is there anything else that you have kept yourself busy with?
Yeah, I've been watching the Kardashians.
Ah, nice. Okay. Tell me about it.
So I don't even really watch reality TV that much. I find it's kind of stupid. And I really do hate the Kardashians. I find them so annoying.
Oh, you're
But
saying that on air, so I hope Kardashians don't get to see this show.
but you know what? Honestly, like as a business owner and also as a woman, it is so nice to see kind of what Kris Jenner did to kind of make all the girls have their like really successful careers.
Great.
And it's also really, I never had a sister. I just have a brother. So I don't really know what it's like to have a sister. Um, so it's really nice to see. It's really nice, like it humanizes Kim and Chloe, and you know what I'm saying. Like you're able to see who
Yeah,
they
you
are.
you become part of it when you're watching the show. It involves you. It makes you involved in it, right?
Yeah, like invested. I'm invested in them now. But I think what's funny is because I am watched. So right now in the show, I'm just in like 2014. So it's interesting because like Bruce hasn't transitioned to Caitlyn yet,
Okay, that's
but
nice.
I know that Bruce will transition because it's already happened.
Yeah,
You know, so watching the show like later, I'm able to see things as it happened while already having a perspective of what's going to happen.
great,
So
great.
that's cool.
You must be
Yeah,
like, I mean, I know it all.
it's yeah, I'm a Kardashian expert.
Great.
Um, and
Other
I
than that,
too. Yeah, I've been reading. So I've got um, so these are the books that I've been reading. So I'm still reading this one. As you can tell, I'm not finished with it yet.
yeah.
And this one is a little risque. I won't show the cover. I don't want people. I don't want this. I don't want your video to get canceled.
Okay.
Um, but this one I really want to start. It's about these people in this college town, and they just like take medicine or something like that, and then everyone is just like falling asleep.
Oh,
And yeah, and they're trying to like, and the whole town is just like going to sleep, and so they're trying to figure out what to do to like wake people up.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and apparently it's like an illness, so it's affecting doctors, and it's just like it's affecting a lot of people. So it's a novel, so I'm really excited to start this today.
Great, great, great. You're a good reader, then you must be a regular reader, because not most of the people get to read a lot, so they get annoyed by the books. But people like us, we like reading and we enjoy visualizing everything. through our week,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, so tell me, Kristyn, how are people in New York coping up with this quarantine?
Oh gosh. Um, it's not good.
It's not good.
It's not
Yeah, I heard the news. It's not been really good.
it's not good. And so my friends here in the beginning, so Liftback Magazine, we did this music festival. There's this huge festival. We did it online.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago. It was in the Guardian. It was like a really big
Nice.
thing.
Yeah.
So that I think when the quarantine first started, we were kind of just like, oh, this is weird. And a lot of our friends were losing jobs, because they closed
Oh.
the um the bars and the restaurants.
Okay.
So when we had the festival, it was like a good opportunity to be like, oh, we have this free time. Let's communicate with each other. Let's, share our art. But since the festival ended, New York has just like skyrocketed. So the number of cases here are just like insane at this point. And I think I texted you earlier, but like 1,400 people died in one day yesterday.
Whoa! In one day, that's a lot of casualties.
Yeah, so I don't think any of us could have really like like people like as regular citizens, I don't think we could have really like anticipated or just like expected any of this. So all that to say, in the beginning, my friends were kind of like, I lost my job, but I have some free time. It'll be okay. And now, as I'm talking to my friends, they don't have toilet paper. I don't have toilet paper. My girlfriend the other night, who was on the phone with, she's just been crying all day.
Oh, that's
Uh,
sad.
yeah, it's not good. I mean, it was never good, but now it's I would say it's bad.
Getting
It's
worse.
really,
Okay.
yeah.
So, I mean, to keep the positivity alive and to keep people stay motivated and fight with this time, is there anything that Liftback Magazine is doing? Any participation?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks for asking that. So Left Bank, we have a section called, I think it's just called Quarantine or like Live from Quarantine or something. But basically it's a section for resources. So a musician friend did a meditation, like a virtual meditation the other day. And so it's resources. Sorry.
Okay. So, I mean, it's great. It's great. I mean, yes, you are also doing your part to, to help people coping up with it, right? So, is
Yeah.
there any organization? I don't know the poverty in the United States at the moment. I mean, the economy is crumbling, and you just said that many people have lost their jobs as well, and there must be many daily wages as well. So, uh, do you have any idea how they are dealing with this quarantine? Because their
Yeah.
everyday work depends on their survival, right?
Yeah. So I know this from articles, but then also from my New York friends on Facebook. Everyone is applying for unemployment, and the unemployment website has this thing now where based on your last name, that's when you'll log in and apply. But Wasif, it was like here regular unemployment levels, and then now it's literally up here. So
Rocketed.
the New York Times did, or it was a new no, it was the New York, it was either New York Times or New York Post, and their front cover, I want to say, was last week. I think it was New York Times, the whole right side of the magazine was just a graph of unemployment.
Wow, that is sad, and I hope that there are organizations or the government is doing something for them. Well, me not being in US, so you must have a better
Yeah, well,
picture.
yeah, And there are some organizations like Bandcamp, which is a site that musicians post their music and they can share t-shirts and like vinyl and stuff. So they were waiving fees the other day. And I just know like a lot of my musician friends, that's like most of my community here in New York, they're just trying to sell vinyl, CDs, sweatshirts, you know, whatever it is that they have. Like I bought a sweatshirt from one of my friends. It was $50, which is a lot of money. But
It
I
is.
said, okay,
Oh God.
it's a lot of money, but I said, you know, actually I'm going to show it to you because
Sure.
it's cute. Hold on. It's like show and tell. So
I like it.
it's kind of heavy, but look at the back.
When the time comes, and that's what time does, you will be ready to feel the what? Feel the love. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's really cool. And yeah, so a lot of musicians are trying to sell their art. But you know, because I do work for a tech company, I don't have a lot of money, but I do have income, you know, coming in. So I can't,
Get it.
yeah, I can't help everybody, but you know, like when I ordered delivery the other day, I tipped like $7 versus like $3. Because that's how these people are making money. Like that's the only way they're making money.
True.
So
True.
I don't know.
Yeah, everybody should play their part the way you're doing it. Many people should be motivated while seeing this show, and while you sharing this experience, they might be more motivated and they might be able to help their community in any way possible within their
Yeah.
capacities. There are
But
many. Sorry, you were saying?
I will say, you know, it kind of ebbs and flows. So some days, you know, I'm really productive at work. I'm able to be there for my friends. I'm able to, you know, be on the phone and just be like, okay, talk to me about what's going on. I'm, you know, doing things like Left Bank Live, the music festival. But then other days, you know, I stay in my bed and, or like last night, I read the news at 5 a.m. I didn't go back to bed till 7 a.m. because I kept thinking about all the tragedy that's happening. So, you know, it's hard because I'm a, like, you know, I'm a pretty positive person. And I
Yeah,
think that that's something that I bring to the world. But it's even really hard for someone like me sometimes to just, you know, not want to just like close my eyes and just, I slept all day yesterday, you know?
yeah. I mean, I feel you because the sleeping cycle for my routine has also been a lot suffered. So yeah, I've been sleeping a lot as well. I've been demotivated sometimes, but then I get up and I help myself up and try to be positive and try to cope up with the situation as much as possible. It's been 3 weeks in
Yeah.
Pakistan that we're all currently in, and there are many countries where literacy rate is very low, and so not everyone is aware yet. I mean, there are many people, many literate people creating the awareness for them to, cope up with it and take all the precautionary measures, staying home, and people trying to share their resources for their survival, and trying to help each other. But there are people who do not take this seriously. I mean, who are being enforced by the government to stay home. But I've seen many videos, I don't know, from people from many countries that who are not still taking it seriously. So how are
Yeah.
people in New York taking it? I mean, is it just because of the rising death toll? God forbid it goes more, or is it it's fear or something that is actually keeping them holding on to it, or they are not taking it seriously?
No, I think the government has been pretty clear that we are not allowed to leave the house unless we go to the grocery store or, you know, go to get medicine if you walk your dog. But you don't see a lot of people on the streets. And I live in a really busy area. So down the street is Chinatown. And there's always, people around, and there's the markets, and there's clothing shops. There's so much happening. And I'm telling you, 2, 3 people on the street maximum.
Okay.
So yeah, and also we have fines now. So I think we're fined like $500 if
Whoa,
we.
that's a lot. Okay.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So they're putting a lot of measures in place to make sure that we stay home.
Okay. Great. So, I mean, yes, it's not just New York, it's not just Pakistan, it's all around the globe, and we have a biggest example of Italy, how they suffered from it. So, is there any message that you would like to give out to our viewers that they should take this thing seriously, and and to keep themselves motivated, positive during this hard time?
I would say that I've read stories of people who've had both of their parents die from this, and this lady gave birth to like a newborn, and her son died. And I would say that for me, and for the viewers, like, we are so blessed to have not felt the impact as much as other people have, but that doesn't mean it's not happening, and it doesn't mean that it couldn't happen to you at any time. So I would say it's a mixture of, thanking, I would say, like, thanking God, thanking Allah, being thankful for your health and safety, but also don't take it lightly, because it's not a joke.
Okay. Is there any special set of precautionary measures that the uh, people in the New York are being introduced to take for going out? I mean, what are those?
We all have to wear those masks. What I learned is that coronavirus can stay on clothes and masks and stuff for 3 days. So we have to have ideally 3 different masks that you put on. So you're not just basically keeping it on you and in your house. And also, we have to wash our hands every time we leave. Or, oh, and another big thing is, if we buy groceries, you have to get like the disinfectant wipes and wipe off all the
Alcohol
carton.
swabs. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
you have to wipe off everything that you bring home from the store.
saying? Okay. Are these things that are needed most by the nation at the moment? Masks, the sanitizers, or the alcohol swabs? Are they, I mean, good in supply, or have, I mean, there's a lot more demand now. So are they
Oh
easily available
no,
in the market?
there's none. There's nothing. We are the we go to the stores, and all the shelves are empty.
Oh, I mean, that must be a big challenge for people to survive in such situations. Well,
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry to hear about the casualties in New York, and but there is an issue that is isolation. Because of social distancing. If it wasn't for the technology, I don't know. I think people would have gone mad. But still, it
yeah.
has its effect. It has its impact in stress, depression that comes with it while isolating yourself, spending time with yourself alone, connecting with people through technology, but not meeting them, not going out with them, not connecting uh, in a social gatherings and all. How is that taken by the people in New York?
Um, yeah, I think in the beginning we were just kind of we were listening to what they said, but we weren't we were still kind of going over people's houses or meeting in music studios. Um, so that's just something we were doing, but then I would say now nobody is everyone's taking it pretty seriously. Like it's really bad here, and I think New Yorkers just are, we're very aware of it, whether we're working in, McDonald's or working at, a pharmacy. We're seeing, that's my dog. We're seeing how it's affecting people. And then, for the workers, I just can't even imagine what they're going through and what they're seeing every day. Like the emergency health workers, honestly, I would never be able to be as strong as they are. But I think that severity is what's making people realize to stay home.
Okay. Now that you have mentioned that you have a dog as well, what do you name it?
His name's Yoshi.
Yoshi. That's a lovely name. Okay. What dog is it?
He's a Shiba. Your video's frozen, so I can't see you anymore. I mean, I can just see your face.
I'm sorry. I suppose there must be, there's a lot of traffic on the internet since people went into
Yeah,
quarantine.
yeah.
Yeah, video sometimes pauses in the middle, but don't worry, it will get all right.
So
Well,
I'll put Yoshi on the screen so you can see. Can you see me still?
yeah, I can. It's not paused. Ah, Yoshi. Wow, that's a beautiful, beautiful dog, man.
There
How
we
old is
go.
he?
He's two.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful, beautiful. So, well, now you have a lovely pet right there, and there must be so many other people who have animals as their pets at home. So, is there any special precautions for your pets to what you should do for them while walking them around? You know?
Yeah, so we're supposed to wipe off their paws because their paws could be dirty or um have maybe coronavirus like particles or something on it. So we're supposed to wipe off the paws each time they come inside. And we're allowed to walk our dogs about, 2, 3 times a day, but we're not allowed really to take them to the parks and stuff.
That's nice, beautiful. That's cute. That's cute. I love your dog, though. It's beautiful. Yoshi, you're lovely.
Yeah, lovely.
Well, you must have lots of stories to share about Yoshi as well, and how is he dealing with this quarantine period? He must be really happy to see mom at home all the time in front of his eyes.
He's been trying to escape. So he's learned how to open the screen in the window. He's learned how
Wow,
to slide it.
that's a very
Yeah.
smart move. Wow, that's
Yeah, so he's learned how to escape. So it's not, but otherwise he's happy I'm here. You happy?
great, great. Anyways, I suppose my video is not being paused anymore, right? And you can
No, it's good. Yeah.
great. Anyways, Christine, it was lovely to talk to you, and it's sad that people are suffering from this, just not just because of being infected with this virus, but with the fear, with depression, with stress, and
Yeah.
so much more with the isolation. And it looks like that there is going to be another pandemic of what do you call it, stress, and lots of that is being generated by staying at home, not socializing. If it wasn't for the technology, I don't know what would we be doing, right?
Pretty bad. Yeah. So what is it like in Pakistan?
In Pakistan, the government is trying to contain it as much as possible, so it's not spreading the way it was spreading in other countries. But yeah, it is still rising, and people are being asked to stay at home, quarantine. There are many people who have lost their jobs. There are many people who were supposed to you know eat every day what they earn every day. I mean, daily wages. So there are many communities, there are many organizations working for their well-being, and giving them groceries for free, giving them all the requisites that they need to stay at home, and trying to help each other. We are trying to socialize using the technology. The way I'm talking to you, I've been talking to other friends lately, and watching television, watching shows and all. But yeah, it's scary here as well, and there's more chance when when there is a place with low literacy rate, so people might not have all the access to the information as easily as in countries with a better literacy rate. So yeah, there are challenges, but yeah, government is doing its part. There's an organization called Pakistan Red Crescent. It's a part of Red Cross movement doing their part. There are many local organizations working in this regard, trying to be there for people, for vulnerable. And yes, uh, we need to give great credit to the doctors, to the law enforcement agencies, and
Yeah,
also the what do you call it? The people who are working in grocery stores who can't really
yeah,
stay at home. So I hope that all the people in New York who are working to serve others are taking complete precautions and are safe. Uh,
yeah,
so this is it. This is how it is in Pakistan. Anyways, moving ahead with to the end of the program, Kristyn, it's always lovely talking to you, and we look forward to have you more on our upcoming shows. There are lots of more shows that are coming forward, and I would like you to show up there again and again. That's for perks of being a friend. I'll ask you to come and show up.
of course. I'll stop. I'll pause the Kardashians to come on your program.
Oh, that would be really, really nice. All right. Is there anything that you would like to have our viewers to leave with after today's show?
Yeah, I would say to try to something that's been helpful for me is getting in touch with myself and my needs. So, kind of figuring out what to do when I'm sad and then doing that when I feel sad, or what to do when I feel angry, and learning how like learning the best way to cope with each of my emotions, and then actually doing that. So I would say that's something that's really helpful to do while you're in isolation, is kind of like allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and not try to push it away, or have to be big or strong or super productive, and just say, okay, what is it that my body and my mind, like, what is it that I need right now, and focusing on that.
Yeah,
I think that's the best thing.
that's a great thought. That's beautifully honest, and that I'm sure that's going to help so many of our viewers to cope up with it. Guys, this was Kristyn. This is Kristyn, and she is with us sharing her experiences. Before we go, I would like to state that isolation is something that not just brings stress and depression, but it also gives you time to be with yourself for self
Yeah.
realization, self actualization. You can actually learn about yourself. You can actually do better with your life when you get to know yourself better. So now,
Yep.
but I don't know, for whatever reason, you're given time to spend with yourself and with family, love, with people that you stay with. Um, Make the best out of it. Instead of feeling
Yep.
helpless, try to feel helpful by helping others and by doing your part and trying to understand yourself. So be helpful is something that can help you being more positive, and also the isolation not just puts you in stress. It also brings the leadership out of you. Many examples in the society have many people have gone through very hard times to become the best of themselves. So be compassionate about yourself, love yourself, try to love others, live for yourself, live for others as much as possible, and technology is there for you to connect with each other with and to share your emotions. And we are here to be your voice. Is there anything that you can't talk about much? Let me be your voice. Let my guest, my lovely friend Kristyn, is there, and there are many other guests to come. Let them be your voice, and keep watching the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and let us know about your feedback about today's episode. And look forward to see you guys around. God bless you. Stay safe, stay home, and try to be positive. God bless you. Thank you. Bye. Say bye, Kristyn.
Bye.